context of this lesson is the overhand opposite thread the needle. The way the thread the needle moves, and I know if you're a hooper, this is the same sort of thing, but it does feel, in my opinion, a little bit different with the poi than it does with the hoops. What you're doing is you're taking the poi and you're pushing them out through, I mean, the name is pretty apt because there's this tiny little piece of time where you can get it, slip it in the slot and get it through the opening without the two poi colliding. So what's actually happening with each hand is it's coming from the position closer to you, like this, to the position further from you. So let's just start with a couple of repetitions. I don't know, let's say 20 repetitions with your left hand. And what you want to do is try and keep the poi basically vertical, going from in to out, in to out, in, 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 out. We'll do 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we'll do the same thing with the right hand. So we're just going to go again, in, out, 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 in, out. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Now, that seems really easy because all you do is just go in and out and in and out. The challenge is the timing so that the two poi don't collide. Now, what's actually happening with the hands, so if you grab your balls, we'll do the poi chi for this. This is a little different than the poi lattes. It's less core-oriented and more, it's more like punching or taekwondo or something. So the general motion of the hand is you're pushing, if you watch the two hands, imagine that they are stacked like this. One hand pushes out on top while the other hand comes back on bottom. Then they switch orientations, and the other hand, which was on bottom, comes out on top, while the hand that was on top comes back on bottom. So it's almost as if you can imagine that you're riding a bicycle, just a very flat bicycle. Push out on top, push out on top, push out on top, pull back on bottom, push out on top, pull back on bottom. And out and in, out and in, boom, 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 boom. So what's happening when you're going out is you're pushing slightly up, and when you're coming back, you're pulling back and coming slightly down. Boom, boom. I'll show you front view. Boom, 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 boom. And there is a distinct, it's not totally like a bicycle where you're really like making a circle. There is a distinct motion because you're doing a rotation with the poi as you're pushing out and in. So now let's try this where we hold the right hand, the poi in the hand, but the left one, we're going to move out and in. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and do this motion where we move the left